And I talked about Carl Jung saying that at the same moment that you're a protagonist in your own life and you're making choices, at the very same moment you're also the spear carrier or the extra in a much larger drama. And then he concluded with this. This is a brilliant scholar. He said, in essence, you are all doomed to make choices. That's what I Can See Clearly Now is about. Understanding the paradox of being doomed to make choices. You see, if you take it with you, if you take your physical body and look at your physical body, you can say, okay, I happen to be in a 6'2" male body with blue eyes, who's Caucasian, who's got, and so on. This is the body, and I'm doomed. This is it for this lifetime. This is the body that I get. It's going to grow into what this is. But I can also make choices about being doomed. And the choices I can make are, I can be healthy. I can watch what I eat. I can exercise this body. I can make this body as strong and vibrant and vital with all of the choices that I make about how I treat this body, which is really, as the Sufis say, if you don't have a temple in your heart, you'll never find your heart in a temple. This is a temple. And it is such an amazing temple with trillions of cells in it, all working together in one unity. And so while I was doomed with this body, I'm not going to show up in this incarnation in a female body, in a body that has, dark skin instead of fair skin, and so on. So you're making choices. Now the question is, do you understand what Jung was speaking about for the rest of your life? Doomed? Yes. Your life is laid out for you. It really is. You signed up for it. When I had a conversation with God, before I ever entered this world, God said, what do you want to do when you come into this lifetime? And I said, well, I think I'd like to teach self-reliance this time around. And God said, are you sure? You want to spend an entire lifetime teaching self-reliance? I said, yes, that's what I want to do. He said, then we better get your little ass into an orphanage, don't you think? So. And there's no better place to learn self-reliance than in an orphanage, right? Because there's not going to be any parents there, which is a huge advantage in many ways. No parents. Wow. And I know, because once you learn how to rely upon yourself when you're a young child, no one can ever take that away from you and say, well, it really doesn't apply. It's really other people's fault the way things are, and so on. You can never buy into that. And that's true for our whole lives, including the dark threads, including the struggles and the things that come along. As Elizabeth Kubler-Ross once said, who was a dear friend of mine before she passed on, she said, if you shield the mountain from the windstorms, you'll never see the beauty of the carvings. If you try to take the storms of your life out, they are adding beauty to the tapestry that is your life as well. The thing to do is to learn how to be in a state of appreciation and gratitude for the things that show up in your life as they show up, instead of waiting and creating something called enlightenment through suffering, where you go through a long period of time and then you look back and say, now I know. That's what I did with I Can See Clearly. I look back and I can see this is exactly what I had to do, and there were certain things I had to do, which I'll be talking about. I'm thinking, I meditate, and I get quiet, and I watch what I eat, and I exercise as much as I possibly can, and I try to be as loving as I possibly can. I try to live from a place of divine love, which is why I have it on my shirt wherever I go. What's the answer, Wayne? Love, period. That's it. That's what I did my PBS show in. But it's still, I know I carry around, I know that this ego of mine, this part of me that has believed that who I am is what I have and do and accomplish and what others think of me and all of that, is not really my essence. But how do you come to a place where you are living in such a way that the highest place within you, this God that is within each and every one of us, that we all carry around with us wherever we go, that it becomes that my person, see, this is the impersonal life, that my personal life, which means my personality and all of its components, like my mind, my body, and everything that I do, that it becomes in harmony with this essence from which I originated, and living from that place.